Hey guys, and welcome to your reading to what you or what your inner child would like you to focus on. I've been preparing 6 piles and I have absolutely no clue which cards I've been picking, so I'm pretty curious. It's really something that I'm doing the first time, and I really hope I'm going to rock it. So 6 piles, the timestamps are down below, and yeah, without further ado, let's start off with pile number 1, and I already see the first card. So let's have a look. You have be bold and make the first move. Confidence is your key to success. New Moon in Leo. Then we have the affirmation card about being enough. We have the goddess Saraswati, the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. We have Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. We have the Giraffe Spirit, aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. Then we have an advice card which says alone time. And then I've been pulling some tarot cards, which is the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Swords. So just let me tune into the cards. But the first thing that I really see is that we have a good amount of orange and yellow, which actually talks about your inner stability, your sacral and root, sacral and solar plexus, but more focused on the sacral and solar plexus, so like this one and the one below the belly. Okay, let's start off with the advice cards. What I really see, and that's something that is the Queen of Swords talking about, is what your inner child really needs right now is first of all that you connect to your intuition, which makes absolute sense since we have not only like a lot of cards in the color of yellow, but we also have the Leo card which says confidence is your key to success. And I do really feel that this topic of confidence seems to be a topic for you, since we have the Moonology card, the Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. Okay, so this affirmation card, being enough, also talks about confidence, self-worth, maybe being a little bit guarded. What your inner child really likes you to focus on is connecting with your intuition. It seems like you have been doing your work, but there's a lot about following your intuition, trust your gut feeling. And this card about alone time really tells me that maybe you are an empath. That don't need to resonate with all of you, but maybe some of you are empaths, because you really feel like sensible, not sensible, sensitive, is this the right word? It feels like you are kind of how do I say this? People with low vibration around you, sometimes you think that it's your vibration, it's your mood, it's your feeling, and that's why you really are asked to, yeah, that's also what this is what the Giraffe Spirit talks about, aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom, which is again the Queen of Swords. The all is the wisdom. The Queen of Swords really talks about being connected to your intuition. And this is now the hint that I got. It said something just told me that being connected to your inner child, that's that's absolutely the point. This is what your inner child really needs right now, because your inner child wants you to connect to him or her in order to heal yourself in regards to the topic of being enough. Okay, So I just want to say the Six of Swords. This is also an indicator about trusting your intuition, because these three crows in the front of this boat are representing your new belief systems, your knowing, your knowledge, your wisdom, and your connection to your intuition and higher and the higher realms, or God, you name it, okay? And those three crows in the back, they represent your old belief systems that you're leaving behind. And this is the energy that you are asked to embrace, trusting your intuition, your gut feeling, and being guided by them, okay? So uh, as a practical tip for you, not only alone time, but really grounding work, meditation, connecting to nature, maybe doing a burning bowl ritual, and absolutely, absolutely, and that's very important in connection to really talking to your inner child or connecting to your inner child, is first and foremost acknowledge and appreciate your accomplishments. That's so important. Okay, write them down. Don't underestimate, never underestimate the power of your thoughts, the words that you speak, and the words that you're writing down. Don't underestimate it. Just try it out. Give it a try. Okay, give it a try and raise your awareness towards the things that are surrounding you, that you have been creating, the the things that you are proud of, writing them down, remind yourself often enough about them. Okay, so group number one, thank you for tuning in. I hope this reading helped you. I hope it supported you some kind of in your healing process, and I'm going to move on to pile number two. Okay, pile number two, so let's start. Ha, you too. Pile number one always also had this card: confidence is your key to success. Then we have you are good enough. I already see where this is heading. Abundance, doubt. Then we have Catherine Labouré, the patroness of miraculous healing. I'm ready to heal. I'm worthy of the miracles meant for me. Then we have the Lama spirit, which says set clear boundaries and enforce them. Then we have the owl spirit, you see clearly now. Then we have an advice card which says spend time with animals. And then we have two for tarot cards. We have justice, judgment, the ten of wands, and the 9 of swords. Let's see. So first of all, with the justice card, I heard cause and effect. Judgment is really about releasing. That's funny. There was just a little self-made oracle card that came out. Okay, so I'm going to put it aside. It says pamper yourself. Okay, but the 10 of wands really is not an advice card for me. The 10 of wands tells me that you have been going through a lot. Okay, that's an advice card for me, not for you. You have been going through a lot. Okay, and you are already at the 10 of wands and the 9 of swords. This really feels to me like the overall energy, and I really feel that you are at a point where you know that you are almost ready to take off. I don't know in regards to what. Could be a relationship, a job, maybe your light work, maybe some kind of a project that you're working on. And I really feel that you absolutely sense that it is now time to take the next step. So something that I also see is that same with pile number one. Here are some confidence issues, and I do really feel now I know. Maybe I have seen, of course I have seen this card. Maybe somehow abundance this abundance card really talks about you maybe being worried about your financial situation. Abundance can also talk, absolutely, can also talk about you 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 want to raise this abundance inside of yourself. Okay, this can be different for every one of you, but what those two cards here are the key to um, move on. Okay, the first the first is justice. Let's start off with the justice card that says cause and effect. Okay, and cause and effect. Let's say the cause that you can't move on, maybe you are still a little bit guarded. This is what I see in the Ten of Wands. Maybe it's being, yeah, and this is what I see in the Lama card that says set clear boundaries and enforce them. Okay, before we are setting boundaries, we have to know what it is actually that we want. Okay, so not that it is what we want, but first, and I just saw 1111, but also, and that's really important, acknowledge our growth, acknowledge our achievements. You know, the thing is that I'm doing this reading because that's the theme that I've been seeing. This self-worth and confidence topics are really for each zodiac pretty prominent, to be honest. So in order for you to heal this, this is the first, and this is actually the most profound step that you are going to take, is acknowledge your growth. And not just once a day. Acknowledge your growth constantly. If you have issues in acknowledging your growth, uh, really, really make some kind of a habit out of it. Okay, 3 times a day, 10 things that you are grateful for, 10 things that you are proud of, 10 things that are an evidence of you being worthy of everything, of abundance, of a beautiful relationship, you name it. Okay, in the same moment, I would really I would advise you to watch my YouTube video about the focus wheel. That's absolutely something that is going to support you. Absolutely, because then when you know who you are, where you stand, and that you can stand your ground, and that you are stable, which is going to raise your confidence immensely, you have no idea, then you are going to be able to see clearly and know how to move on. But right now, that's something that is blocking you, and your inner child really, really urges you to have a look at your achievements. Okay, that's the card. What your inner child wants you to know. You are good enough. Okay, connect to your inner child. Connect to your inner child way more often, and you are going to raise your confidence seriously. I know about it. I mean, it is absolutely something that a topic that I was familiar with. Okay, so, and then let's move over to this next step, and that's now the key position. Okay, this is what a wheel of fortune might might give a tick in the right direction. The judgment card. In this case, it really talks about releasing like mentality. In this case, this judgment card talks to me about releasing things that don't serve you anymore, or yeah, releasing this these confidence issues, because even your inner child wants you to know that it's time to move on and to work on it and to grow and just like be ready. Okay, because you are ready, there's just some kind of residue. And with the card was spend time with animals. You know, animals are really the most connected to the higher realms. So if you have animals, cuddle a little bit. By the way, oh, I know now why I got this card. Yeah, absolutely. Be in the now, because when you're sitting there with your cat or your dog, or I don't know, you pet an animal, you are in the now. Okay, you are in the moment, and that is really something that is going to amplify you letting go of control. That's the point. That's actually the most important point. That's what your inner child wants you to embrace in the end, to let go. Just let it go and transmute it into love and light. Okay, so pile number 2, that was your reading. Thank you very much for being here. I hope it supported you in some shape or form, and I'm going to move on to pile number 3. So pile number 3, just let me clean up this little mess that I have here. And grab your deck. Yeah, it's pile number 3. I just, one moment thought that I'm like way more further. So let's start off with the void of course moon. Nothing will come of this situation. Balsamic moon, a time for healing. We have self-sufficiency. Funny, this is also a topic for myself. Then we have contentment. We have wolf, be independent but work together. We have the peacock spirit, let it shine. The chameleon spirit, act as if. Wow, it is crazy how many blue and green and purple we have. Okay, so we have Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Okay. And we have an advice card for you. It says abundance planning. And I do have 3 tarot cards, which is the Knight of Swords, the Star, and the Strength. Wow, that's intense. That's so funny. I mean, okay, this topic is about abundance. And this topic is actually, I really see that okay, what your inner child wants you to, yes, okay, I understand. What your inner child wants you to know is the Star card. I just want to tell you that the abundance in the numerology is number 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. And the strength is also number 8. Okay, so that's really, that can be about prosperity, but also about emotional abundance. Okay, so inner child actually wants you to keep your faith. Okay, and what I really feel is things like detaching from the outcome, things like release resistance, because somehow you are resisting because you are kind of clinging on to something. Maybe it doesn't need to be a person. I do really feel it is more somehow a belief system, because I do have here actually a lot of cards about confidence and self-worth, since I have the Strength card, which is which really represents to me the lower 3 chakras that are about stability, confidence, willpower, action-oriented stuff. Okay, and the Star really talks to me about having faith and hope, and not just having faith and hope. It is more like relying on yourself. That's the point. Rely on yourself. Rely on the work that you have been doing. And in order to take the next step, the abundance planning makes absolute sense, because you are turning your knowledge into wisdom. Why do I say this? That doesn't make any sense to me right now, to be honest. But abundance planning really talks about you taking the next step. You're planning, okay? You're planning your wealth. Abundance planning can also talk about maybe other things that you are asked to plan. Can be about your career, can be about your private life. It really doesn't matter in this case, but The point is that with the card of act as if, it is actually more talking to me, because as if doesn't make any sense. Like affirmations don't make any sense when your brain, let's put it from the neurological side, from the practical part, okay? Your brain, when for example you say I am wealthy, okay, and in fact you are abs from a 3D point of view, okay, you are not wealthy. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so how can we raise our vibration to a belief system that in fact from a tangible point of view doesn't surround us? Actually very simple. It is seriously simple, and it is 100% possible. Okay, so gratitude, absolutely, because you in this moment define what is prosperity to you, and then you are going to manifest what also is prosperity. And the higher your vibration is, the higher vibrational the things that are coming in. But in order to raise your vibration, you need to practice this mindset of being abundant. Okay, so in this case, for example, I don't know, I'm having this this deck here, for example, and I'm writing down like, I'm grateful for these cards. It's something tangible. It's materialistic. Okay, so if it's about material stuff, do first and foremost your gratitude list around material things, because your brain then thinks like, oh yeah, okay, now I know what abundance is. Okay, that's abundance. You have these things and you are happy about them. Okay, so abundance is something high vibrational. And the more often you are practicing this habit, you are keeping your vibration constantly high, and you can expand it. The amount of happiness about the things that you've been achieving, that you are proud of, that are surrounding you, and that you've been creating out of yourself. Okay? That's just a small hint for you. And I don't know where I feel. Bliss. Bliss is really the perfect word for the feeling that you are asked to embrace. Bliss. Because right now at the moment you seem to be kind of a little bit worried about things. But for example, now I absolutely get why we have contentment. That's about the habits. Okay, so let me read it for you quickly. You can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly you remember, I'm right here resting in God. Contentment is really doing your work constantly, okay? Doing what raises your vibration constantly. If you're a light worker, doing your light work, and then really letting it go, trusting in that the divine takes care of it, okay? So yeah, so that then when you're really aware of your achievements, of the things that you have been accomplishing and all that stuff and all that beautiful jazz that you are going to write down eventually, you then are going to be able to embrace the energy of the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is just like, you know, he knows what to do, he knows where to go, and he absolutely knows his way. Okay? But right now, the Monology cards are telling you nothing will come of the situation. You're way too clingy, okay? And that's really the first step in order to get out of it, okay? I understand, like, being maybe some kind of impatient. I do absolutely get it. But what you really need, patience is not the right word, because you need patience. Patience is actually having a lack mentality, okay? So you don't need patience. What you need is your inner stability and self-worth more, okay? I see you are really working hard. That's really what is coming through the cards, that you working hard on your strength, on your work, on your business, on your family, name it, okay? But you are a little bit too stressed out about it. That's why we have this Monology card, A Time for Healing. Okay, group number 3. I hope this reading supported you in some shape or form. Really grateful for you tuning in, and I'm going to move on to pile number 4. Okay, pile number 4. So let's start off with what your inner child is asking you to focus on right now at this moment in time. We have it is time to take action. New moon in Aries. New moon eclipse, expect powerful changes. We are starting pretty interesting. We have money affirmation card. We have the health affirmation card. We have the dear spirit, trust in the support of the universe. We have co-create with spirit. We have Khadija, the mother of believers. I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven on earth for myself. And we do have that's beautiful, an advice card which says make a vision board, number 33. Okay, I understand. This is this make a vision board is actually the action oriented, but I'm going to come to this further on. So we do have 4 tarot cards. The first one is the Magician. We're having the 4 of Pentacles. I do absolutely see where we are. And then we have the 10 of Earth and the Hanged Man. Those are your advice cards. And those are the cards that are kind of representing you now. So what I really see is that currently you're working pretty hard, okay? Your inner child actually wants you to not really taking a step back, but just a moment to reflect in order to 10 of Pentacles. There might be some issue around money or health / health. The thing is that you try too hard. You absolutely try too hard. This is what the 4 of Pentacles tells me about. And this is really something that stresses your inner child a little bit out. Your inner child actually wants you to be the Hanged Man and the 10 of Pentacles. These are the energies that your inner child really advises you to embody. The 10 of Pentacles really talks about you acknowledge your inner wealth first and foremost, okay? And also acknowledge, okay, no, not just your inner wealth, but also your external wealth that you have, making like group number 1, 2, 3, group number 3, I think all of them had like almost the same theme. But okay, if you resonate with group number 3, this might also be the reading for you. First, acknowledge your internal and external wealth, right? Making a gratitude list 3 times a day, writing down 10 things. First, you're going to absolutely raise your vibration immensely. And I'm serious about this when I say immensely, okay? The next thing, you show your brain that you are already prosperous. So act as if is not an issue anymore. You know that you're prosperous. You know that you're abundant, because waking up in the morning, sitting on the balcony and saying like, damn, I'm so frigging grateful for this wonderful coffee, tea, juice, you name it, okay? Find anything. There is nothing hilarious about it, okay? Find anything. Your pen, okay? Your notebook, your tarot cards, okay? Your clothes, everything. It really doesn't matter, because when you start to appreciate, and that is something, and I just heard declutter. Okay, declutter. That's declutter. I understand. Okay, declutter, because letting go of the old and being ready to receive the new, in combination with the gratitude list. This is to go. Don't underestimate it, okay? Because then you're going to be absolutely in the energy of the 10 of Pentacles, and if you are still a little bit like away from this, you will feel completely different. I promise. You will feel completely different. Nothing, you really feel that there's nothing that might kind of, I don't know, crash you or something like that, okay? Because then in order to embrace the energy of the Hanged Man. Surrender. Okay? Surrender. Because the card that it is time to take action feels some kind of a divine timing card, to be honest, because we have here expect powerful change. And this really feels like you want to be prepared for this change in order to take action. But right now you are not enough detached from it. Okay, you might not always be 100% detached from something, and it is going to come anyways. Okay, but there really needs to be a certain amount or a certain percentage, I believe, of detachment in order to pull those energies in, because this is also what your inner child wants you to know. Remind yourself of that you are the magician and you are equipped with everything that you need for this journey. Everything. And the rest will come step by step. But right now you're equipped with everything that you need. Okay? It is a slow but steady moving progress. Okay? And that's, I think, something that you need to be okay with. So in order to be okay with all of this, okay, and not worry anymore about it, I would really advise you doing this gratitude journal, because this is going to change everything. It changed everything for me, to be honest. It changed everything for me. I never had a way to raise my vibration that worked so awesome. Really. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Group number 4. Okay, so the last thing that I would, and then I will move on to pile number 5. The last two things that I would like you also to focus on, one last moment, is co-create with spirit, because when you let go, you are co-creating with spirit. That's an ebb and flow, okay? That's the hermetic principle of rhythm. We are always in a rhythm. So you're working, building up this momentum, and then let go and let the universe do its rest and deliver to you what is yours. You understand? Okay, my love. So then we have, that's another thing that your inner child really wants you to know. Trust in the support of the universe. Trust. You've been doing a great job, okay? Now work on your inner stability and surrender, okay? In order to be ready to take action, okay? So, wonderful. Group number 4. I'm really grateful for you being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I'm going to move on to pile number 5. Pile number 5, let's start off with the question, like, what is it that your inner child would like you to focus on right now at this moment in time? It is a time to give rather than take. Take time to breathe out. Then we have gratitude. That's actually a topic that kind of goes through all my readings, okay? Then we have trust. We have the snake spirit. Live according to your divine essence. Yes, being in alignment. Turn knowledge into wisdom, the wolf spirit. Rita of Kaskia, the patroness of impossible causes. I'm miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. And we have number 37, which is music. Beautiful. So, and we are also having 4 tarot cards, which is the Moon, the World, the Hierophant, and the 3 of Pentacles. Let me check this out. We have a lot of blue, green, a lot of throat chakra, a lot of heart chakra, a lot of expressing yourself with gratitude. And I do, let me see, snake life according to divine as that's such a spiritual deck, such a spiritual deck, and not only because we have 3 major arcanas in a 4 card spread. That's cool, actually. So, okay. Okay, so actually the word card really feels to me like that this is the overall energy. This is where you want to get. The world card talks about closing out a cycle. The world card can also talk about traveling, but I think in this time, in this case, I don't know if you're in a child. Maybe. Could be. If it is a topic. But we are more focused right now on your inner healing process. So we have the Three of Pentacles. And this Three of Pentacles really talks to me about healing your heart space in order to gain inner stability. Asking you to dive deep into your emotions, because we have also this card of take time to breathe out. And when you look at this, you see those bubbles. This is really how I see the card right now, okay? She is drowned, or not drowned, she surrenders. She surrenders to her emotions. And what comes out is the low vibrational, the belief system, the old belief system that she's kind of like handing over to the moon. Take time to breathe out. Okay, a full moon. Oh no, that is disseminating moon. Yeah, of course, because you know the thing is, that's a release ritual. Okay, it really feels like a releasing ritual. And the Hierophant really speaks to me like creating your own unique, new and stable paradigm in which you are really meant to lead by example. Leading by example, maybe being a preacher, maybe being a motivator, maybe being a life coach, you know. But what really kind of screams to me is that it needs to be you. It is created by your uniqueness. Of course, all of us, we are creating something unique when we create it out of ourselves. But that is something that is not only you are going to benefit of, but this really seems to be something that, and now I understand. You know, take time to breathe out, and this card talks about closing out a cycle, releasing karma, things that no longer serve you, in order to create something new, something stable. Here, this is you. You are very stable. Your heart is talking. Your heart is open. Your heart is really open. And you see this pentacle that covers her chest. That's her, okay? That's something that she built, not because she needs protection. No, because this is her. She is her own protection, okay? Because it really feels like she's untouchable, okay? So with the card of music, it really feels to me like spirit really wants to point out the rhythm of the things, the rhythm of the flow. It can absolutely also talk about, yeah, but you know the thing is that we have 3 and 7. 3 to me is about balance. 7 is about yes, 3 balance, because you take two things, bringing them into balance in order to create one new energy. Shout out to Supermoon Tarot, from where I learned this. Great advice. Great advice, great hint, makes absolute sense on any level, seriously. And 7 is talking about spirituality. So there is a lot of moon, maybe really, if you have been manifesting and living by the rhythm of the moon and somehow took it into consideration, that's your message, okay? But this first and foremost really talks about trust and gratitude first and foremost towards yourself, towards your achievements, and being aware of your inner stability. It also talks about it really all only talks and it really, the thing is, what I feel is that it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel, maybe you're a newbie, maybe you're new to spirituality. This can also be the topic, and you would like to know also a little bit more about your life path. This could be the hint for you, okay? So, in order to close this reading off, I would like to read for you 2 affirmation cards, which is trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Yeah. This is also what take time to breathe out means, It is now you are really asked to turn inwards and go with the flow, trust your intuition, and acknowledge your achievements, acknowledge yourself, who you are and who you want to be. Okay? Then we have gratitude. Again, find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. And I heard just the word bliss again. It's a healing balm, like the warmth of the sun. Yeah. Gratitude list. My homework for you, and you're free to do it or not. 3 times a day, writing down 10 things. Works magic. Seriously. So, group number 5. I hope this reading supported you in some shape or form. I hope you liked it. I'm really appreciating you being here. And yeah, I'm going to move on to pile number 6. Okay, last but not least, pile number 6, and I really feel you're the pile with the most cards. So we have nothing is yet set in stone. We have your hard work is paying off. We have perfectionism. I do also already see where this is leading. Patience. Absolutely. Service. Yes. Hyena. Dare to be different. Rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. Buffalo spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Slowly but surely, I know those cards by heart. Seriously. Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother, unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Wow, that's awesome. But that makes absolute sense. And we have connect to your ancestors, number 14. So, I do absolutely get where we are heading. Let me just take the tarot cards. We have the King of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles here. So, you seem to be obviously a little bit worried about that the energy that you may have been putting into a project is not going to pay off. I do really understand you. First and foremost, spirit and your inner child, of course, wants you to know that nothing is yet set in stone, okay? It is not too late. 4433, maybe this is an angel number for you. The thing is, there is something that is blocking your manifestation to come in. And this really feels to me you are closed off. You seem to be a little closed off. Not just being closed off, but since closed off from a heart space kind of style, because the 6 of Pentacles talks about equal give and take, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, 8 cards that are pretty green. Okay? In order for you to open your heart, because the 4 of Pentacles really talks about being attached too much on the outcome of something, which leads to the fact that you seem to not trust yourself that much. That's why, yeah, okay, now I understand this card. Because this is something to do with unconditional love. And first and foremost, towards yourself. Because we have here the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is the energy that you are asked to embrace. And right now you are at the Four and the Six of Pentacles. But don't worry. It's not that hard to get out of there. I promise you. First of all, we have the Perfectionism card. And we have the Patience cards. Both cards are resulting out of a lack of being the King and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay? The Ten of Pentacles talks about be grateful in an almost hilarious way about everything that you see around yourself. Go around and I do absolutely get when you maybe think that, okay, that's a little bit weird. I understand you. And you're absolutely free to do whatever you want. Okay? But if you would like to get out of there, first, grounding, okay, meditation, be in the here and now. Being in the here and now is the same like practicing gratitude, because in this moment you're just sitting in one place and say, sorry, I just had a scene of the Anchorman, I love lamp in my head because I'm having my lamp in front of me. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Okay, so for example, I'm seriously grateful for this lamp because it is kind of retouching the texture of my face or the texture of my skin. Although I know I don't need it. But I'm grateful because you can see me more better when I'm having this light like turned on. And I'm very grateful for this fan right beside of me because otherwise I would literally melt inside here because today it's 34 degrees. Really making a story out of it. Okay, I'm grateful for my tarot cards. I'm grateful for, and then say why. Say why. Really, really kind of stretching it in some shape or form, okay? I don't know. And you can be as strange, quirky, hilarious, crazy as you want with this, but this is your gratitude, and it is way more precious than anything. Okay, that's your way to raise your vibration. Then another thing, from a neurological point of view, when you're doing some kind of affirmation stuff, something like I'm wealthy and I'm abundant and I'm worthy, your brain, and you haven't been practicing this feeling like almost never, okay, to kind of being more dramatic, then your brain is going to ask you, cool, you're abundant, okay, show me where. And the thing is that sometimes for people it is more easy to tell you about 5 things that went bad than telling you about 5 things that went great today. Okay? Think about it. So being grateful is a mindset that needs to be practiced. And to be honest, it is a mindset that is very quickly being practiced. And you are very likely to have an almost instant energetical reflection. Okay, let me put it like that. I would really, and that's this is also something that is going to benefit your confidence, your inner security, your being here and now, detaching from the outcome, because, and that's now also the psychological and the neurological point of view, is when you remind yourself often enough of who you are, what you accomplished, what you have around yourself, what you really have gathered around and inside of yourself, that you can 100% be grateful for or proud of, then you are practicing the feeling of gratitude, which makes you less likely feeling unstable, or really pushes and boosts your confidence that you will not you don't anymore feel that you need to do something perfect, because making mistakes is a part of our journey. And those are, by the way, not mistakes. I don't like this word mistake, because it is never a mistake. It is a choice that you deliberately took, and you are stable enough to say, yeah, that was my choice, and I learned from it, and I'm grateful that I learned from it, because I learned something very precious. And it is always like this, but it is just up to you whether you see it or not. It is always a kind of perspective, okay? Then there's going to be the next issue about patience, because you don't really feel, and that's real. I know this side, okay? And I have been doing this 3 times a day, writing down 10 things that I'm grateful for on a materialistic and emotional point of view, okay? And it helps, because I have never been, patience is not a topic for me anymore, because having patience or feeling that you need to have patience is also a lack mentality. Because when you're stable enough, you don't need patience, because there's really nothing that you actually are waiting for. And don't be worried. These things that you wished for, they will come even more faster, because you don't need them anymore. And as soon as you don't need anything, you're letting go. You're detached and you surrender. Okay? So you are at a point where you can kind of make any wish that you want, and it is going to come in divine timing. As soon as you're vibrational ready, it's there. Okay? So this card I would really like to read for you, and I would like you to reflect on it by yourself. Okay? Because this card is not for everyone. Okay? It's the card of service. You stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. This is, by the way, the Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take. It is the flow of the universe, okay? You're letting go and the energy comes back. And you're sending energy out and the energy comes back, okay? As within, so without, as above, so below. You know the jazz, okay? So, again, you stop using the universe to try to get what you want and start asking love to use you. You offer all and want to be of service. Ironically, many desires become unfulfilled without grasping or manipulation, which means not only that you are asked to give with unconditional love, but first practice your inner stability, gratitude. By the way, when you practice gratitude, you are also giving. Why? Because you're raising your vibration, and when you're raising your vibration, it is automatically raising the vibration of your environment. Okay, keep the frequency high up. So yes, the message of service, that was the last thing, had also a hidden message in, which says, what is meant for you will come to you. Trust that what is meant for you will come to you. I know it is a hard pill to swallow for some. I absolutely get it, and I've been through this, and I know how hard it was. But it is practice, practice, practice. It is always practice. It is we attract the reflection of our belief systems. Okay, so work on your belief systems, the belief system about yourself and also around others, because equal give and take. Okay, so pile number 6. I'm really grateful for you tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this reading really supported you in some shape or form. And yeah, taking care of your inner child is a very important topic in order to raise your vibration. Okay, being able to absorb more light and more love. Okay, so yeah, group number 6. Thank you very much. And I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye.